Hi all, this is your wise loser, keen to answer your query under You Ask, We Connect campaign. This query has come in from Mr.Shalin Barot, who is the founder of Chamunda Estate Consultants Private Limited. And Shalin had two queries. One, how do I improve sales? And how do I create my brand? A very interesting question, Shalin, and allow me to answer that. So your first question was, how do I improve sales? Who am I to tell you how do I improve sales? You all have been doing an excellent job all these years, doing this business gracefully and making things happen for the industry at large and for your own self. Yes, the times have changed. As we all agree, industry is going through a lot of corrections, and this means that slight corrections will have to be done in our sales process also. So keeping that in mind, if I am allowed to add or if I'm allowed to suggest you a small enhancement over what you have been already doing, as a wise loser, I will be the most happiest person. So the slight shift that we need to do in our sales process to improve our sales is, real estate selling has always been a consultative selling. However, we need to add a small element of considering real estate selling in the future as a need-based selling. Real estate selling is going to be no different than the life insurance selling. Life insurance as a salesman is one of the most credible sales profession to do. Nothing grooms a person the way the life insurance selling grooms a person. Why is it so? In life insurance, you have to actually create a need in a person to buy. You have to attract his attention. You have to create an interest. This interest has to then get upgraded to a desire. This desire has to then get upgraded to motivation. And by keeping alive this motivation, you initiate an action from that customer, and that action to buy. And it's a fantastic process. In the real estate business, we will have to adapt the same process as that in the life insurance business. And why am I saying so? I'm saying so because probably in the past, there was no need to create a need in a person to buy a real estate. The need was always there, and it was always a priority. As if that was not enough, the demand was more and the supply was less. So we had the privilege of our prospective buyer walking into our office to buy a property. I'm sure you would agree things have changed to the exact opposite. Today, we have a lot of supply and a less of demand. So our scenario is no different than a scenario of a life insurance salesman. The only difference is that as compared to the life insurance business, in the realty business, at least digitally we can generate leads, right? Still somebody would say that, yes, I want to buy a property or I want to sell a property, either way. That privilege even today the life insurance person doesn't have. He has to still call up people, go through this entire drill. So to that extent, we are slightly in a better position in the sense that digitally we can generate lead. But once a lead is generated digitally, it is important that we walk into the client rather than expecting the client to walk into our office and do whatever is required in terms of activities, in terms of promotions, in terms of recall value, in terms of building credibility, in terms of networking. Do whatever is required to seek his appointment and initiate to meet him first. And that is the only enhancement that you need to do to improve sales. So if you have a sales team back home, groom them कि भैया तुझे जाके मिलना है, उसके लिए बैठना नहीं. छोटा सा माइंडसेट का एक चेंज होगा. But then there are people like us who can assist you if required to make it happen through various training and development initiatives. So the only thing that you need to do to improve sales is consider real estate selling from now on as need-based selling. And in this need-based selling, initiate a meeting and make it a point to go and meet your client before expecting him to walk in for the site visit. In fact, there are a lot of benefits you derive when you actually go and meet the client in advance before expecting him to come down to the site visit, right? So when you meet the client either at his residence or the current location where he stays, or the current residence where he stays, or if you were to meet him in his office, wherever, you get to see the feel of the client, what are his likings, what is his culture, what are his likes, what are his dislikes, what is his urgent need, why does he want to buy a property, okay, what are the specific concerns of his. So all that when you get to know in the first call, it enhances your site visit. And needless to say, after the first call, you are no longer a stranger for him. So when he comes down for the site visit, he has some element of comfort to talk to either you or your salesperson. So at the cost of repetition, if I may say, before I could end the first question, is consider real estate selling as a need-based selling and make the attempt to meet the client rather than waiting for the client to walk into your office. As regards the second question, how do I create my brand? Shalin, you are already a brand. For the last 25 years, you have done enough networking, you have built enough credibility, you have showcased the best of experience. So your experience, your network, your credibility, all that is already a brand. All that is required is to showcase this brand of yours digitally. And consider your individual website as your showroom. And do everything that is required to build a beautiful showroom. Once upon a time, the client used to come in to discuss with you regarding a particular property. And today, if you have to further grow in this business, the client has to discuss a particular property with you. Understand the shift? एक वक्त था कोई प्रॉपर्टी डिस्कस करने के लिए एक क्लाइंट आपके पास आता था. सो हिज प्रायोरिटी वाज द प्रॉपर्टी. उस दरमियान आप वो प्रॉपर्टी बेच रहे हो, आपके जैसे और 10 लोग थे जो वो प्रॉपर्टी बेच रहे थे, तो उसको शायद फर्क नहीं पड़ता था. लेकिन आज अगर इस बिजनेस पे ग्रो होना है तो उसका माइंडसेट, क्लाइंट का माइंडसेट ये होना चाहिए, अरे शालिन तू वो प्रॉपर्टी बेचता है क्या? Are you selling that property? And that is only possible when you create your own brand. So if I were to summarize, once upon a time, to discuss a particular property, the client used to come to you. Today, the client should come to you to discuss a particular property. And that's how your personal branding is going to become more critical. Because that's the only way you can thrive in the competition. Because if you were to discuss, if the client still thinks property and talks to a realtor, he's finding no differentiation between you and the other realtor. His priority is property. उसको फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि कौन उसको बेच रहा है. And in today's times, if that mindset still continues to be in the client's mind, it's going to be very tough. But the shift has to be, Shalin, can you do something for me? And then he should call you up. And that is only possible when you build your own brand. So building your own brand is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. And treat your website as your showroom. Everything that goes to build that showroom physically is what you need to do digitally. And the good news is the cost to build your showroom digitally is far less than what one used to do once upon a time by building a physical showroom. And a small thing when you are going to begin your journey in terms of your personal branding, भगवान के लिए आपके सर्विस प्रोवाइडर से ये मत पूछना भैया वेबसाइट बनाने के बाद लीड्स गारंटीड है क्या. जब आप आपका फिजिकल शोरूम बना रहे थे, आई डोंट थिंक यू आस्क दिस क्वेश्चन टू द आर्किटेक्ट, राइट? यार मैं इतना 6-7 करोड़ डाल रहा हूं, 4-5 करोड़ डाल रहा हूं, गारंटी है क्या लीड? There also you build a showroom in anticipation of a lead. Kindly keep the same thought process. Build your showroom in anticipation of your lead. And ensure that you do enough yourself digitally that the concerned customer or that particular customer or your customer straight away walks into your website and calls you up. So take your personal branding very seriously and create your own brand. You are already a great brand. You have to just showcase your greatness digitally. That is the need of the hour. So if I were to summarize, to improve sales, consider sales from now on as a need-based selling. So follow the sales process and make an attempt to meet the customer rather than expecting him to walk into your office. So I hope I could clarify your query. And if this enhances your business and helps you to build your personal brand, as a wise loser and my entire team will be happy to see that happening. Thanks for your query. Wishing you best luck. Thank you.